When have we ever followed orders?
After Season 2, I think I speak for every Star Wars fan when I say that I could not wait for Season 3 of The Bad Batch to arrive. And finally, the beginning of the answers to our questions arrived this week with the first 3 episodes of the final season. Today, I'll be breaking down Episode 1, Confined. This is Star Wars Music Analysis.
Do it.
The episode begins ominously with low drones and a light pulse. It leads into a cluster of strings as the transport ship goes down. The low drones continue into our first glimpse of Dr. Hemlock this season.
Why hasn't the shuttle arrived yet?
A short motif from his theme plays to end the opening scene and the music. Much lighter music with synth pads begins to contradict the opening mood as we see Omega looking out the window. The arpeggios that began continue to follow her as she walks through the hallways, also getting her first glimpse of a very depressed Crosshair. As she continues to find her way around, low, creepy ambiance follows along. Hemlock's motif enters so faintly that it's almost impossible to even hear as he enters the lab. It perfectly encapsulates the feeling of this dark and mysterious labyrinth of experiments.
Omega's presence here will only strengthen your efforts. Shall we head to the vault?
Let's begin.
As her next day begins, the same routine is accompanied by the same music at first, symbolizing the repetition of her life now. However, the harp enters as well this time, building in further complexity both to the music and to the developing mystery and plot. As Omega cleans Badger's wounds, her theme finally shows itself momentarily with a short motif as her kindness still remains a clear part of her character. Also, I think this is just more evidence that Omega is force sensitive. She was clearly able to calm and connect with the beast. I think that's why they want her for experiments. They want to see if they can clone a force sensitive before they do it on Palpatine.
Then stop wasting time on lost causes.
But everything in this episode so far has also been about time. The music pulses at a steady rate like the ticking of a clock. Meanwhile, Omega tracks the days while also being perfectly prepared in time for her routine.
Good morning, Omega.
The cloning machine also moves like a clock, counting down time until something greater. We're supposed to feel anxious and intrigued by what's occurring as we wait for the inevitable next moment. And that's when things go out of tempo. The surprise inspection begins the clock on a new path, outside of its routine. The pulse of the music has changed and is unsteady.
Omega. Personal items are forbidden. I'll dispose of it. Don't! Come. We have work to do.
Dr. Hemlock's theme begins to play more prominently as he nears his experiment's success, but not with the desired results.
My loyalty to science, Doctor.
Of course. And we shall soon see. If the Emperor produced the desired results, I'll have to reconsider the freedoms I've given to your young assistant. I would hate to think you were in
Badger has been planned for termination, even though she's healed. As Omega releases the Hound and Hemlock enters, his theme enters as well once again. This time, it grows even more prominent as he begins to threaten Omega.
Of LH-201 only made her vulnerable.
You don't know.
Of an idealistic child. Emotion and sentiment have no place within these walls. you would do.
I know. You brought me here to make Nala say cooperate. You need her.
Continues.
She won't.
Actions always have consequences. Sometimes not in the ways we...
And as she looks out her window and listens to Badger's calls, the strings take up her theme, sadly but powerfully, reflecting the compassion she demonstrated and highlighting how it is both the cause of much of her sadness while also being her greatest strength. The first episode, clearly an introduction to everything else to come, felt very short, and it was clear that the Kinders were holding back as they scored for this dark and mysterious laboratory. It's the first season opener that didn't have some sort of large action sequence, but that felt inevitable given the situations that everyone is in right now. And so instead, we got an episode full of ominous ambiance with only seldom injections of character themes for Omega and Hemlock. But I also would love to know what all of you think as well. Obviously, with a 3-part season opener, a single episode only has minimal impact, but how did this episode leave you feeling? Tell me in the comments below what you think. Consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month, or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them, along with other perks at higher tiers. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.